Welcome to Rick's Corner, brought to you by Old School Labs, the brand I trust and the only one I put my name to. Use my code DRAYSON12 on the link below.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. I have a guest today who I met over at Gold's Gym in North Hollywood a couple of weeks ago, and I looked at him and I said, those shoulders have got to be 5 feet wide. So I thought, this guy's got to come on my show. And his name is Khanjo Hakeem.
Yes, right.
And one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. I mean, this guy, we had to open both doors of the gym just to get him through the front door. And even that, he had to go inside with. So what I want to talk to you about is, first of all, you're from Los Angeles, you said?
Yes.
Nobody's from Los Angeles.
I know, not anymore, right?
No, they're from all over the world.
Everybody's an implant here.
Exactly. And so, how old are you?
I'm 44. I'll be 44 in a month.
Me too. When's your birthday?
July 23rd.
On the 12th.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. I'll be
Nice.
I'll be 23.
Wow. Yeah, I got you by a couple of years.
So, what inspired you to start working out?
Oh, wow. You know what? I think the first thing was I was always fascinated with superheroes.
Yeah.
And looking at the comic books and all the muscles in the comic books. So the first thing that really inspired me was Conan. When Conan came out and I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger, it was like around the time He-Man toys came out. I don't know if you remember those.
Sure.
And around the time when I saw Arnold and I realized that human beings could actually look like the He-Man figures, I was obsessed with it even back then.
I get that. I understand that totally. And so you joined the gym, or what happened?
No, it's wow, man. I have a hell of a history. You don't even know these things yet.
That's what we want to know. Okay.
I came from a musical family, so we were living in Los Angeles, like the heart of the ghetto. And my father was a musician. My mom was a former dancer for Ike and Tina Turner.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, and my father was in an R&B group, so I grew up around music.
Yeah.
So I started dancing at about 7 years old, and I booked the Michael Jackson Pepsi commercial with a bunch of the little kids dancing in the street.
I remember that very well.
Yeah, and so I booked that commercial, and that kind of got our family out of the heart of Los Angeles, and we moved to Pasadena. Then I had 3 older sisters. I started doing music with them, and I signed to Warner Brothers at 11 years old, and we put out records with Warner Brothers. And I was an artist, so I was still always drawing pictures and stuff like that. So it seemed like music was going to be my career. And then we had a couple of tough breaks, and the music started going down. So by the time I was 20, I was married at 20 years old. I was married at 18. And then my wife got pregnant when I was 19, and I got fat. And so I overheard her talking to my mom one day saying, he needs to take his fat ass and go to the gym.
Oh, man.
And when she said that was it. I got a membership at 24 Hour Fitness, and I have been in the gym every day since then. This was in 96.
How did you know what to do? I mean, as far as diet and exercise and all that.
That took some time. Like at first, I just wanted to lose weight, so I was like the guy in the step class, the only guy in there, doing steps for like a year. But it was like I would pay attention, like I lost all the weight, but I wasn't ripped. So I would look at the other guys in the gym, and the guys in the weight room had the bodies, the chisels and the cuts, and I was like, I must be doing something wrong. So I started talking to the veterans in the gym, the buff guys, and all of them were talking to me about protein and this and that. So a friend of mine gave me Arnold Schwarzenegger's Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding. Once I got that book, I became obsessed. That was like my Bible.
You learned a lot, didn't you?
Oh my God!
And you know what's really funny about it? It's not complicated.
No.
People complicate things.
They do.
You train hard and you eat right. Basically, that's the bottom line.
That's it. That's it.
You know, I mean, like that picture there, that's all of us back in the early 70s. And all we did was train and eat. I don't even think we had protein back then.
Wow. Yeah.
Everything came off the meal, you know, like tuna, fish, and chicken and all that kind of stuff. And then later on, supplements came out. But now there's like so many supplements, you don't even know what to take anymore.
And people don't want to work anymore.
No, they want to hand it to them.
Yeah.
I know, right?
They think they can buy it in a bottle.
No. Well, you can, some of it. But that's only temporary.
Exactly.
And that's good for a short term. But so how many days a week are you training now?
Right now I'm training 7 days a week now. Yeah, I mean, I do cardio one of those days, and I do weight training 6 days a week.
How much do you think the cardio affects you?
Cardio is key for me getting ripped.
Is it?
Yeah, I have a different kind of metabolism. Like, I think genetically, my family, we're all big people. So for me, I have to do cardio in order to stay at least in decent condition. So I do cardio 7 days a week.
I've never noticed much for me for cardio. And I've said this on the show before. I don't know that I've done it for like 6 months at a time. Did I see any difference in the mirror? No, not really. What I noticed it mostly from, even when I was in that shape there, I didn't do any cardio. I just did protein and nothing else.
Yeah.
Very little carbs. But then someone said to me, yeah, but you were wrestling at night. I was in the ring every night, 6 nights a week.
Right.
You know, 15, 20-minute matches. So basically, I did get cardio.
Right.
I didn't think of it that way. I thought of it as a job.
Right.
And then you get up the next morning stiff and sore and go to the gym and hit the weights. So basically, maybe that did work for me.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people swear by it, but then you also see a lot of people in the gym on the treadmills for hours and they never look any different.
True. I mean, I think for anybody who's into weight training, diet is first. Right?
There's no question about it.
Yeah, what you eat is first.
Yeah.
And if you have poor eating habits, you have to do more cardio.
And what you don't eat is second.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to eat the right stuff. Like yesterday, I had chocolate cake. Last night, I took my daughter out to dinner and we had a banana split. Now, I don't ever do that.
Right.
And it felt good.
Yeah.
That one night.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah.
My daughter looks at me, she's 28. She's, Daddy, ice cream doesn't count, it melts.
Wow. I wish it was like that.
I like that. I
would melt more pizza and I would melt more hamburgers.
So how are you splitting your workout up nowadays?
Well, I own a spin studio now. That's another story. Like I went through a serious transformation. I've lost about 90 pounds in the last a little bit over a year.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you weigh now?
Right now I'm weighing 260 right now. I put a few more pounds back on because I'm going to compete.
Yeah.
But I had gotten down to about 245 at one point. I was up to 336 pounds, all fat. I tore my patella tendon and I wasn't able to do cardio at all. And like I said, for me, that was like key. So every year it seemed like I was going up 10 pounds, 15 pounds.
Let me ask you about your patella. Mine right now is like sore. It's been strained for several months. Is it possible that I could have sprained it?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I was having some tenderness in the tendon before it tore.
Yeah.
And that's definitely a sign that
it goes all the way down your ankle, doesn't it?
Yeah. Definitely a sign you want to lay off of it. But me, I was training for the Nationals at the time, and
I don't know what actually involves it because I'm not doing any leg right now because of my knee. But now I can get back into doing legs lightly. But I know the extensions and hamstrings don't affect it.
Yeah, extensions and it's also the contraction of how you do the extensions. Like protecting the knee, I always tell people to before they start the movement to flex the quads at the top and flex from the quad down,
right? Instead
of allowing the movement to cause you to flex the quad, because then that comes from the tendon.
Yeah, it does.
Right. So I always flex the quads up top first, and then I bring the legs.
Yeah, and your feet also, the tension of your feet will also flex the tendon.
Exactly.
If your toes are in a certain position.
Right. If your toes are pointed, yes.
How many sets of body part do you do?
That varies. Like I change it up a little bit. I can be a high volume guy sometimes. Sometimes I'm going heavy, so it really I try to go heavy and high volume.
I understand that.
Yeah.
but for example, would you work today or have you yet?
I just worked out before I got here.
What'd you hit?
I hit arms.
And how many sets?
probably about 30 sets.
That's bicep, tricep.
Bicep and tricep.
So 15 each.
Well, 20 for tricep.
Yeah,
and 10 for bicep. Yeah.
That's average.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's calling me.
I see.
I should have turned that off. Back in the day, we used to do the same thing, 20, 25 sets, and I'd drive away from the gym, and I'm driving down the street, and I'm just like falling asleep. I thought,
I was asleep out front of your house for about 10 minutes right now.
I said, why am I so tired? Why am I so tired? I was 25 years old. I'm just beat. And they had a fruit stand over by the gym, and I stopped and buy a bunch of fruit and eat it, and I had to stop and have fish with rice, and I was eating good, but I get really tired.
Yeah.
And nowadays, at my age,
at 23 years old.
And I'm no youngster. I get up in the morning and I go all day long, even with a bad leg and the knee and the problems I have with the cane, and I don't stop till 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. People say, how do you just keep going? I said, I don't know, but the minute I sit down at the computer around 1 o'clock or so and I'm working, next thing I know, it's like I'm out cold for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, same here.
And sometimes that's all I need.
Yeah.
And then I talk to other people who tell me the same thing.
Yeah, I don't sleep much either, even though you should. I really don't.
You sleep good at night?
I sleep good when I get a chance to sleep. I mean, with my cycling studio, and I have a personal training business, I'm sleeping maybe about 4 to 5 hours a day.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah.
I sleep maybe 7 to 8, but the doctor has me on diuretics.
Okay.
So I got to get up and pee seriously every 20 minutes.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And that disrupts my sleep.
Yeah.
But then I end up losing about a good quart of water by morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to keep the water out of my legs, so this is a necessity. But it makes me a little tired, but then I'm okay now.
Yeah.
And once I eat, I feel like really good.
Yeah, eating makes me feel good. I'm usually sleepy around this time of the day, and then I get my second win. Yeah.
What's your diet like?
Right now, my diet, I'm on very few carbs right now. I'm trying to get in shape to possibly compete at the end of July. Mm-hmm. So right now, I'm on spinach salads with tilapia about 4 times a day. I eat 7 egg whites and 2 whole eggs in the morning.
Yeah.
With a cup of oatmeal. And so my carbs are low. At night I have 10 ounces of lean beef and spinach, and that's...
You like spinach?
No.
I hate it. This is a funny story, but when I was in elementary school, they used to we had cafeteria ladies, and when they made the food, it was a small town, so they give you a tray with all your food, and then here's the spinach over here, and spinach looked like rubber. It's like...
Yeah.
I can't eat that, but you had to finish that whole tray before they let you go out of the cafeteria.
Wow.
So I drank my milk and I take the spinach and stuff it in the milk carton. And I said, okay, it's done. I'm done. Okay, then you can leave. I just couldn't stand to chew it and the taste of it.
Yeah. You know what? I actually, now that I'm getting older, I can appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know the mentality is we eat whatever we got to eat.
No question about it. I just had 4 eggs for lunch with cottage cheese, and I like it. And I have the liquid eggs from Egg Whites International. I've been trying for about 3 weeks now, and I really like that. It blends.
Yeah, those are good, right?
Yeah, it blends. I can put it in iced coffee. I can put it in anything, and you don't taste the egg whites, and it's just, my God, I'm getting like 30 grams of protein in one shot, and readily assimilated.
Yeah.
So I think for me, that's the way to go. Last night I had a big steak with my daughter, which I haven't had any meat in probably a week.
Wow.
Boy, that steak was good.
I love steak.
Banana split. Banana split was better.
Banana split.
All right, so say you're doing chest. How many sets total for chest? How many exercises? Like 3 or 4?
I will do 5 exercises for chest.
Okay.
Incline, flat, decline, whether it's dumbbells or barbell.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a fly movement for the outside of my chest.
Right.
And then I'll do usually some type of cables to work the inside of it.
So you're just old school, aren't you?
I'm old school, bro, like all the way.
And that's what works.
Yeah, that's who I learned from. Arnold, like for me, that was when bodybuilding was bodybuilding.
That's right.
Yeah, like this new generation, even the machines and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that doesn't build that thick muscle that they built.
No, and I was used to using, back then that's what we trained with. But nowadays I've had some injuries, like I've told you, and I had to move over to the machines for some things. Yeah. And as long as you can close your eyes and get the resistance and get the feel of what it is, you feel like you're on dumbbells. The muscle will work.
Right.
You got to put the demand on the muscle for the muscle to meet its demand. So for me at my age, the machines do quite a good job. I'd like to get back to dumbbells again as soon as I can stabilize this leg where I'm not going to fall off the bench.
Right.
Because I might. And then the other day I was doing dumbbell curls. I thought, I'll try some. I'm using cables. And I used to curl like 50, 60, 65. I picked up the 15s and I could hardly move them. Because it's been so long.
Yeah.
How the hell did I get so weak all of a sudden? Because if you don't do anything, like benches, if you don't do them all the time, you get weak on benches.
True.
Same on chairs.
Very true.
So I'm not trying to prove any records at my age. I just want to stay in good shape and have people.
You're a legend already, man. You've proved it all.
It's funny how that happens because I went to dinner at a Thai restaurant tonight with my son, and we were walking out, and 3 guys are sitting up front. They're in their late 20s, early 30s, and the guy stops me. He says, "Excuse me, did you ever compete in bodybuilding?" And I said, "Why would you ask me that? Are you guys gay or something?" And so they all laughed. No, but we looked at you and you're in really good shape. I said, "Do you know that I'm going to be 75 next month?" So they said, "No, but we could tell." I said, "Well, okay, you hit the right guy." I trained down with Venice Beach with Arnold and all the guys, and I showed them some pictures, and I said, "This is how." And their eyes just lit up, and I said, "You actually stopped the right person to tell you that."
Right.
And I said, "Where are you guys from?" People. They said, "We're from Israel." I said, "Oh my God, my last girlfriend was from Israel." And so we had a nice talk, and I enlightened them about training because they weren't quite sure, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, sharing with others, and it's like they want to know, and I've been there, and I can tell them I had a front row seat to history. So,
and I know me, and I have a god brother named Leonard Nunez who competed too, and we've won a couple of shows, here and there, and our whole philosophy is to capture what it was back in the day. The camaraderie that we would see in the movies Pumping Iron, and just even the way the guys were in the 80s when Flex Wheeler and Chris Cormier and all these guys. Chris Cormier is another mentor of mine that kind of took us under his wing. Him and Charles Glass kind of took me and my god brother under his wing and showed us the ropes with bodybuilding. But even Chris was a fan. And I think that if you become a fan of the sport, you pay attention to more of the details.
That's true.
Yeah. So I stay a fan.
You become a fan. When I was 16, I started working out. I was a fan. I have bodybuilding books all the way back to 1941, and I know every guy back in the day and how he trained, and I mean the old Iron Man and Muscle Mag International and all these, and then Bill Pearl was the guy that I looked to and I said, now there's where I want to get.
Oh yeah, Bill Pearl back then was the man.
He was the man. So I moved to LA in '69 for Kellogg's, and I got to find a gym. So where do I go? Bill Pearl's gym.
Oh wow.
In Inglewood, which is not there anymore.
Okay.
I mean, that's not the greatest section of town, if we know.
No. Yeah.
but the guys there were so cool, and they accepted me, and I had such great workouts, and I made such great progress. And Bill's brother, Harold, was like, he's another one that's a little offbeat. The guy was huge, bigger than Bill.
Oh wow.
But nice guy, and he'd get a case of beer in a weekend, go up in the attic and sit there all weekend and drink the beer and watch TV. Wow. So he showed me how to get my first shot. He said, take a B12. He said, you got to smack yourself in the leg with a broomstick, put the needle in, and when you pull it out, that shit will shoot up in the air. But Bill would train like at 5 a.m. and I mean, he had the basic moves. He had his own equipment. Some of that tricep extension on your knees with the rope. I've used those machines, but not like his. I got the best pump in the world. That's the ultimate.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one.
Nope. But the pump is the ultimate. Right?
Exactly.
You got to do what works.
Exactly.
So your next contest when?
I'm thinking it's going to be July 19th in Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Nationals.
Oh, awesome.
I'm thinking it'll be that one.
You have photos that I can put up for this interview?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, because they're going to want to see what you look like.
Oh, yeah.
We know you're huge.
Oh, no.
We know this. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come over. I know you're a busy guy and you had to go get a massage.
Oh, yeah.
I already know about that.
Oh, okay.
And she's good at it.
You know what? She used to massage some friends of mine who were big guys. So
Yeah, she's strong.
So I'm sure she can handle it.
Yeah, she got it in my shoulders about 2 weeks ago, and they actually hurt for about like a week.
Wow. Okay, so she's the truth, man.
Oh yeah, you'll like her. You'll like her. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna edit this today and put it up. And if people want to reach you, where on Instagram?
Instagram, Khanjo Hakeem.
Yeah.
On Instagram, Khanjo Hakeem on Facebook, and all my information for my cycling studios, personal training, everything is on my Instagram.
And where are these studios?
I have a cycling studio in Valencia.
What's that called?
It's called Cycle Up.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's been around for 5 years. I just acquired it a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put that up too.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys for watching Rick's Corner, and I hope you enjoyed this. He's a hell of a guy, and I'm so glad he came over, and we'll see you all next time.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Hope you enjoyed the video brought to you by Old School Labs. Use my discount code Grayson12 on the link below at oldschoollabs.com.
Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drayson, personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world, and I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrayson.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interest as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
It's Rick Drayson. He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.